Chevrolet from South Bend, Indiana, Ryan Newman. Starting 22nd, the number 25, NAPA Auto Parts Chevrolet from Dawsonville, Georgia, Chase Elliott.
The way you're dressed, the way the car is, but it's got to be even better to have a fast race car. Congratulations.
Thank you. We thought the car was fast, but before qualifying started, a lot of times that doesn't always carry over, and you get nervous about it, but when we made the first run, I knew we had speed, and we followed up our crew chick, made some great adjustments to get it even better for rounds 2 and 3, and they really showed up.
What do you think we're going to see as far as the race goes tomorrow? We talked about the new rules package, which is the low downforce. We talked about the track aging, the tires, and everything. What do you think our listeners are going to hear us talking about, what you're going to see from the driver's seat?
I think you're going to hear a lot of drivers, out of breath. That's what you're going to hear, because the cars are a handful, and that's a good thing. That should be hard to drive, and we're supposed to be professional stock car racers, race car drivers, and it shouldn't be easy, and it's not going to be easy tomorrow night.
No doubt about it. Hey, what would it mean you to have a good run, maybe even win this race in these Miller High Life colors?
One of those elite tracks in NASCAR. When you think of the top 5 tracks in NASCAR, you think of Daytona, you think of Darlington, you think of Bristol. You think of probably Charlotte, and those tracks have so much history and have meant so much to the sport, and I'd love to add my name to success at the tracks, and today's a good start for that.
Driving the Miller High Life paint scheme made so famous by Bobby Allison, that's Brad Keselowski. He'll lead the field to the green flag as we go to Jim Trado.
The 1972 Richard Petty team stands now at the driver's right side door. With driver Eric Almirola, who's got that Fu Manchu. Good thing he had a weekend off to grow it. It looks wonderful. That was the look Richard Petty had in 1972. His 1972 team is here. You can see on our Sprint Vision screens. Those members are assembled, including a young Barry Dodson among the group. He was, of course, a championship crew chief with Rusty Wallace, but Barry Dodson and so many other folks spending time in Randleman and in Level Cross throughout the year as a throwback tribute to Richard Petty. And taking photos as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to the bathroom. They got him surrounded now. I might be in there. That's where he went. He went in the bathroom.
Pre-race ceremony.
He's trying to wait till him to come out.
A lot of photos being taken.
He need to have a back exit. He's on that lower side.
Here's the Bojangles Southern 500. First time in 12. Its original date, Labor Day weekend, and it's going to be. But also, 43 drivers racing for a spot in the chase for the Sprint Cup. Back down.
Our friends at SDP are part of a great weekend. Certainly their car is going to be one that's very visible, but they're also very involved in the sport. They continue to be involved, and we have a SDP trivia question. We're right behind where the car is on pit road with a contestant here with a trivia question. Trivia question contestant. Your name and where you from?
Chris Smith, Canton, Ohio.
All right, Canton, Ohio. That's a Hall of Fame location if you didn't know that already. Here's the question. Multiple choice. On SDP trivia. It's got to be on the king. Here it's Darlington. Guess, if you have a chance, guess how many longtime SDP driver Richard Petty finishes were in the top 5 here at Darlington. How many do you think he had? Was it A, 15, B, 20, or C, 25? Chris is very, very smart. You are a genius. You are correct. 25 top 10 finishes, top 5 finishes. His first came in his very first race. An SDP team hat, just like the team is wearing. We've got more stuff in the bag. We've got an SDP t-shirt to enjoy, Chris. Enjoy that, wearing it Canton, Ohio in 3 months when you have to wear, 7 or 8 layers. We also have SDP stickers. Every kid had one when I was growing up. I loved those. An SDP.
Jeff Gordon, your starting fifth here tonight, and what will be his final Bojangles Southern 500. What an amazing career it has been. 45. And here they come. Absolutely. This is Darlington, and when the caution comes out, you've got to go into the it's like a parade here, like they had just first car on the turn number 4, Austin Gilbert checking in again in front of the
really been a solid night for him. They're going to take a clear off the windshield, move onto the right side of that automobile. No visible adjustment time. Moving a little bit tighter.
Stenhouse was involved in that crash. Actually, Rusty, looking back, it was two separate instances. One was TJ Bell and Alex Bowman, and then Ricky Stenhouse's problem was ahead of that.
Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse and Clint Boyer were side by side coming off of turn 4. Ricky, this flat got loose underneath the Boyer, lost it, and flew down here, hit the inside wall, and it just tore the front of this car all up with his number 17 Holman and Moody David Pearson tribute car that he was running tonight. It's a real sad story because the car was running so good tonight.
Trip that Muhammad Ali used to talk about. It's kind of laying back. I heard some other drivers talking about the fact that in practice and in qualifying, Pearson would never let you see how good he was. He'd always be a little bit off. But then when he got in the race, he would pick it up when he needed to pick it up. He'd drive to win. Of course, he did it 10 times here at Darlington Raceway. This certainly is his racetrack. Caution flag is out for 2 instances. One over to turn 3.
That will change as the leaderboard updates. Back under the green flag for Matt Kenton.
Danny Hamlin, the first one to hit his pit stall here, closes on the front stretch. Kevin Harvick in the throwback yellow Budweiser number 4. There you go.
Flags at the rate we're going, 11 in total, entirely working as they come back to the start-finish line. And if you're later on, you can check out the television screen with some of the pre-race ceremonies here at Darlington.
Probably are noticing something a little bit different tonight. The music, our theme music here. 60s, okay, 70s and 80s. Those thematic sounds are what we used here on the Motor Racing Network before. And of course, the people you mentioned, Tim Squire, one of the founders of Motor Racing Network, Barney Hall, Jack Root, some of the original voices of the network, all taking part in this weekend, making it really, really special here, tying into this.
And with that Jarrett, with Brad Keselowski in our free race, Brad, the full center, and Jarrett doing the interview. And by the way, this has been Throwback Week on the Motor Racing Network, presented by STP, and there's been a lot of really cool things going on.
Larson, Martin Truex, Carl Hendrick, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Ryan Newman. 62 laps to go
just completed down at the start-finish line. Fireworks are going off overhead. Quite a Labor Day win as Carl Edwards rebounds from 2 laps down to win the Southern 500. But this Bojangles race, Alex Hayden, had more storylines than we could shake a stick at.
All kinds of things. Brad Keselowski, a second-place finish today. Brad, you got out of the race car. You immediately came around the right side of this red and white Miller